Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. The MMDA says it is ready for the two-day transport strike of Transport Group Piston, which starts today. MMDA Chairman Romando Artes said they expect the strike to have a minimal impact on public transportation in the metro. That's despite Piston saying that around 100,000 jeepney drivers and operators are expected to join the strike. Artes said they would deploy additional traffic enforcers and vehicles to ferry stranded passengers. The strike is in protest against a December 31 consolidation deadline for the PUV modernization program.
Siyempre, dahil nga ayaw namin i-take ito lightly, dahil nga po baka magkagulatan, maabala yung ating mga kababayan, kaya kami nagpiprepare. Although, yun nga, may konting abala ito on the part ng mga agencies ng pamahalaan na tumutugon dito sa strike, lalong-lalo na kami. Kasi instead na nagpo-focus kami sa traffic management, dahil nga pabigat ng pabigat yung daloy ng traffic.
The Philippines has voted in favor of the United Nations General Assembly resolution demanding a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. The UN General Assembly overwhelmingly passed a non-binding resolution demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. 153 countries voted in favor while 23 abstained. 10 countries, including the United States and Israel, voted against the resolution. Recall that in October, the Philippines abstained from a UN resolution calling for an immediate humanitarian truce between Israel and Hamas. Philippine Permanent Representative to UN, Ambassador Antonio Lagdameo, stated that the resolution didn't condemn the October 7 assault that resulted in civilian deaths, including Filipinos. But what then made him change his stance during the 10th Emergency Special Session of the UNGA? Here's what Lagdameo had to say.
The Philippines believes strongly that a humanitarian ceasefire is crucial to halt the loss of life and suffering. The Philippines seeks to contribute to a solution that respects the rights and needs of both Palestinian and Israeli civilians. We advocate for a peaceful resolution that upholds international law and leads to lasting peace and security in the region.
The Philippine government firmly calls on China to immediately put an end to its harassment in the West Philippine Sea. On Monday, the Philippines summoned Chinese Ambassador Wang Xilian via the Foreign Affairs Department. The envoy was informed that the Philippines demands China to halt illegal actions against Philippine vessels and cease interference in legitimate Philippine government activities around the Ayungin Shoal. The government also urged China to adhere to international law, including UNCLOS and the 2016 Arbitral Award, as well as honor commitments under the ASEAN-China Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Implementation of all initiatives to mitigate the effects of El Niño. He also plans to reconstruct the composition of the El Niño task force that was formed in April. Marcos made this announcement on Wednesday at the inauguration of the Balbalungao Small Reservoir Irrigation Project in Lupao, Nueva Ecija.
This is, I think, a more serious and a more extensive effort, because we really have to get everybody involved to be able to prepare, to make sure that we can minimize, alleviate, and adapt to climate change.
Consumers in Metro and Mega Manila will have to brace for higher water bills beginning next month. West Zone concessionaire Maynilad will hike rates by almost 8 pesos per cubic meter starting January 1st. This means low-income Lifeline customers will have to pay an additional 4 pesos and 74 centavos, while those consuming 20 to 30 cubic meters per month can expect an additional 100 to 200 pesos in their water bills. For the East Zone concessionaire Manila Water, low-income Lifeline customers can expect an additional 3 pesos in their monthly water bills, while regular consumers using 10 to 30 cubic meters of water per month could be charged an additional 34 to 154 pesos. The MWSS has acknowledged the impact of this rate hike on the public, but the agency explained that the additional charges will cover the expenses of concessionaires on projects seeking to mitigate El Niño's effect.
I'm asking the public for their understanding. It's still an added burden, but we feel that this is a necessary burden, because what is more important is to ensure that the proper service is given to the consumers, and that there will be water at the tap, especially with the looming El Niño. I can guarantee that there will be no water crisis because of these projects.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. OCTA reports that the weekly COVID-19 positivity rate in Metro Manila jumps to 10.2% from just 7%. This only covers RT-PCR tests, not the more common antigen tests. Immigration personnel are reminded that they are prohibited from greeting passengers at NAIA Merry Christmas. This is to avoid making an impression that they are asking for gifts. And the low-pressure area has been spotted east of southeastern Mindanao. It may enter the Philippine territory this weekend, but the chance of it developing into a tropical cyclone remains slim. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News, all sides, all the time.